Hello, welcome back. Everything's dry now on the little Tucano. I just got a couple of pegs here just to check some fitting. We'll go back a bit. Get rid of these bits of lead. That I don't want to throw. So like I said, I did some close-up video of the cockpit. I've dropped some lead in. Should be weighted enough, especially with the cockpit tab itself as well. And then, as you can tell, along here I had to do some sanding just to get the wings to fit, and along here, but now it all fits together quite well. It does say on the instructions for the resin to put this on the back of this, however, leave it off and then you can put it on the back here and I'll hide that seam line. Like that. It might need sanding down a bit just to get the canopy. I'm going to have it open, but just for spraying purposes I'm going to have it closed. Be a shame to waste all that detail. So that can be glued. The canopy as it stands fits, it's all masked, ready to go. And the wings are set to go. It's not going to fit tidy because it's all... Right, so let's do some gluing. We're going to use Tamiya cement. It's what I like to put down all the joins. And then for the outside, I'm getting into using Mr. Cement S Black. I do like the Tamiya, however, I ran out and I found I had that one, so I'm going to use this one for a bit. Like I say, just all along the seam lines, or the join lines, sorry. Yeah. Don't worry if any goes on the outer side because this glue will get rid of it as well. It looks very much like Tamiya extra thin. Just difference is it goes black rather than clear. Right. Close up before I knock it over. What I found is working the tails first and then into the fuselage work better, to the front nose work better. So, oops. There's a click, a couple of pegs just to hold. About like so. That's not right. That's better. Perhaps we'll go that way with it. Looks a bit better to me. However, I don't like the look of that. So, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to try different peg actually. Sorry, bear with me. In my box of tricks. So are the wooden pegs. I'm going to use. Seem to like them ones rather than these ones. Right. Seem to stretch a bit easier than that one. They come down from that way. So run a bit of this along some of these joints. Try not to go too close to the pegs because it will leave a mark. So same principle. Is your timer extra thin? I'll get to that one in a minute. Just run some along here. Okay. I have to have a quick get the wings on as well while we're here. Hopefully. I'll have to let this dry before I can. There you go. Right, so same process. Tell me a cement. Oops. Oops. Okay. Don't want to go too close to that peg, so we'll leave that there. Am I going to... Maybe I can move that peg along. Go back in the box. So I'll just grab the other one a second. Isn't that in there, is it? No. Right, this is the one I want. Right, sorry about that. No. Don't worry about it. It's holding it down, so. And then long wing ropes. Just drop some of this. Just drop some of this glue. Right, that's about all we can do. My things are drying. Off camera then, I'll probably put the headrest on the back. I will do a bit of scraping with my hobby knife like I like to do. I haven't got it to hand a minute. If I do any filling majorly, I'll use the Revel. Here's my knife. What I like to do is just scrape the joints with a hobby knife, get as much off as I can. Then the wing roots, I use a Vallejo plastic putty. Run that along, and then cotton wool bud, just wet it with your tongue and then wipe it off. Oh, there's one right in front of me. And then yeah, just lick the end of it and wipe it off. Nice and easy, that stuff. No sanding required. I put the elevators on off camera. We'll see how they fit. Any issues in any of that, I'll come and let you all know, just to know how we got on. And that's about it for now. Thank you very much. Catch you on the next one. Hello, welcome back to CJ Hobbies. We've done a little bit of work on the Tucano. It's just basic gluing the fuselage halves together. The wings just slipped on, and so did the elevators. For the joints on the wings and the elevators, bit of Vallejo's plastic putty and cotton wool bed. And then on the fuselage halves, just a sanding stick. Scrape the joints with a hobby knife. Just like to scrape along there, get most of it off, and then a little sand, and then I like these polishing sticks then, bit of water, and then just buff it. That's all it was. I did use a tiny, it was minimal, Retvel's putty filler, and done that. And what else do we do? Mask off a canopy and then undercoat that with black. So we are going to have it open. If it was closed, you'd still see it. So I would undercoat it black anyway, because it's quite a big canopy. So we'll put some primer down on this now. I've ordered the paints for this. This was off the cuff kind of build. So, like I say, we'll get on with that. I've already prepped the airbrush with some Vallejo's surface primer. Mixed down to like a milk consistency with, I don't know if you see how this sprays first. I'll put that, stress all on there a sec. So probably spray about 20 psi. So pull it up, do its stuff. Sometimes I like to just backflow it as well. Put your hand over the front, and then you can just check the airflow. An old wing. Like always with this one, because it is quite thin. I just build up the coats nice and gentle. All over. My hands are going to be in the way of it, yeah. And the thing I find with this primer is it dries on the needle quite quickly. So just black flow every now and again. See it, hear it? Or better still, what we'll have, cotton bud. Just clean that off. I'm gonna have to let this before we pull any more down. I'm gonna let this dry. So I'll do off camera, I'll do a second coat, and that should probably be about right then. I will take my buffing stick then, bit of water, wet it down, and then just buff all over just so we get a smooth finish. And then we'll come back and then we'll start spraying the top coats. So we'll leave that dry. I can't do any more on that a minute. So I'd say off camera then, I'll just do a second coat and then join me on the next one. Thank you very much.